A lot of heels nowadays, I think that's the problem. It's not so much the faces, it's the heels that I have a problem. And it's just kind of taking a sidestep to what we're talking about. It's just something that's on my brain. This is Loudmouth Fisticuffs, baby. This is the way it is. Just the kind of it's the way it is. Yep. I think heels, even WWE people, they only try to be heel enough because they still want to sell merchandise. And I get it from a business point of view, from a financial standpoint, but I don't for the overall arching storyline, for the overall angle. If you have a half-assed heel who's only halfway bad guy because half of the crowd likes him, half of them don't, and people can say what they want. I know there are heel marks in the crowd, and some people are going to like the heel. They're going to like certain people no matter what they do because it's marks for. I'm a Kevin Owen mark. I'm a, Cesaro mark. I'm a whoever. No matter what they do, I get that. But I think most of these workers, man, they don't try to just be that old school, just old fucking dog heel that just doesn't give a shit about anything. I mean, Jericho was really good at that. Jericho was good about not so much placating to the crowd, even though people did love him regardless, but he didn't placate to them. And
and there's a reason for that, because Jericho was so damn good at what he did on the microphone that there were very few people who could give him a harsh criticism that he couldn't put under the bus or prove wrong. And Jericho's really he's always been good about that. He's always been good at proving his critics wrong. And especially when he was in New Japan, and he would actually do the pre-fight press conferences and the post-fight press conferences. Those were things of beauty. When he would do the press conferences, those were things of beauty because people would just ask the regular, vanilla bland questions that you would ask to a heel or to a face. And Jericho handled every one of them like they were in the palm of his hand. And you love to see a good heel handle people, especially handle the naysayers, because a good heel doesn't give a fuck about the naysayers. A good heel really doesn't even give the fuck about the people who cheer about him.
Do you remember, and I'm sure you do, this is probably one of the most underrated heel performances, fuck man, probably like the last 20 years. And it doesn't get talked about enough. And I loved it, is when one of the times Jericho had come back after like a couple years off or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And he just went straight to the fucking ring and was like,
and he didn't say anything. And he didn't say anything. He just kept going, yeah,
dude. That was
it was genius. It was genius, is what it was.
It doesn't get enough appreciation, but I love that fucking. And
of course I do. That's psychology. That's called leaving people wondering. And you know what it is? It is basically the physical embodiment of a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Makes people think, what did we just see? We saw Chris Jericho, very uncharacteristic of Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
We saw him come out and it looked like he had something to say, but he didn't say one fucking word and he was over.
Yeah.
Now that's it's like the old school Mean Gene Okerlund mentality. If you can put over a broom, you belong in this business.
Yeah.
And in fact, that's the old school way that they used to have wrestlers try out. After they would show what they could do in the ring, and then they had to go to promo class and show what they could do on the mic, they'd give them a broom.
Yeah.
And they say put over the broom.
Put over the broom.